What's up, everybody? This is Michael and Marshall in the Tales from the Long Box, and we're going to be doing a tier list of all the Star Wars movies and TV shows.
What's up? It's us. We're back again.
We're back again,
boy.
baby.
And we're doing Star Wars.
You got 2 weeks of us individually, and now 2 weeks back. This is week 2 back, both of us in the studio with both of us.
Yeah, I can't handle it.
Me neither. Gets me so fired up.
I'm ready.
Gets me all tingly.
I got the Peter Tingle.
And we're going to be doing a tier list today.
Yeah, we're going to be ranking every Star Wars TV show and movie. There's a couple things that aren't on here, like the old Ewok movies and some, random Lego specials or whatever. But for the most part, we've got all the mainline movies, all the mainline TV shows. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that. But first, our list, S through F tier, boring, dull, stupid.
Right, so at the bottom.
Yeah,
Do we want to start at the top or the bottom?
You start at the bottom, we'll alternate.
Okay, at the bottom we have Somehow Palpatine Returned. This is absolutely terrible, the worst thing ever. We hate it, it sucks.
Yeah, straight buns.
Yeah.
Next is Sand, because these movies and shows are coarse and rough and irritating.
Yeah, it's just
And
bad.
they get everywhere.
It's just bad. It's not
bad.
offensively bad,
Yeah.
but it's just like, nah.
It means we hate it, though, because I hate Sand.
Whoa. I think he says, I don't like sand,
Oh, he does say freak.
which fits this better because
Yeah.
we have hate tier, which is Somehow Palpatine Returned.
That is hate tier, yeah.
Yeah, because he did return in Fortnite. Do you know about this? You know this, right?
I do.
Okay.
Even though I didn't play Fortnite at the time, I did hear about this.
It's pretty great. Up next on the council, not rank of master. These are the ones that are pretty good, not the greatest,
Yeah.
not amazing, just okay.
Just a little outrageous and unfair,
Whoa.
you might say.
These ones are outrageous.
These movies can take a seat.
Take a seat.
Skywalker.
Take a sip. Have I shown you that?
You didn't show me, but I've
You've seen that?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, I love when our internet experience overlaps.
What about me? It's so good.
I don't know if I can play that in its fullness right here, but I really want us to. Marshall, when you're editing this, play it back.
I'll put a little bit of that in there.
Please do.
You are on this council. We grant you the rank of master.
I understand.
Take a sip, young Skywalker.
What?
In our second place, Master Jedi.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Oh, Master Jedi.
Oh, Master Jedi.
Now there are 2 of them.
They're still coming through. And at the top, of course, we're a couple of studs.
Yeah, we are,
So,
baby.
we got all the studs, so we have true Jedi.
There is nothing more satisfying than getting all the studs and having the True Jedi thing just show up right in the middle of your screen.
It's pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
That weird noise it makes,
Yeah.
pretty good.
If I could somehow have that in my job,
That noise?
if I've done a sufficiently good job at work, if I could just have that on my computer or something like that,
Yeah.
I would love working so much more.
Let's start this list. We're just going to go in the order that they have it written here.
Yes.
Which is not chronological order, I don't think. It's not a release order, I don't think. It's just the order of movies that as they are listed here.
Sick.
So, first, Star Wars. A New Hope.
Classic Star Wars. Classic OG.
I know where I would put this.
Where would you put it?
This would be Master Jedi.
I was also thinking this would be Master Jedi because it's so dependably good. It's maybe not as fleshed out as we know it would become. I think if it was 1977, right now
Yeah.
we would be putting it in True Jedi.
Yeah, because it's the only one.
Yes, it's the newest, biggest thing. You've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Knowing what it becomes, it's still a seed that can grow someplace. So I think Master Jedi is a great space for it. Yeah.
I think just as a movie, it's really good. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
There's issues with it. There is obviously a very goofy budget for this thing.
Yeah.
But it exists, and I'm glad it exists. And that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Empire.
Are you ready for
Striketh
number 2?
Back. Is that number 2? Empire.
The next one is Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back.
Man.
I feel like we're going to go through the Orig, Tridge, and prequels pretty quick.
I also think we're going to get those.
Yeah.
Those are the easy ones because immediately the True Jedi.
It's True Jedi. It's obviously True Jedi. It's the best one.
Obviously it is.
It's the best one.
It's the best one.
Nothing is going to get above this.
I think you might be right, but I would be willing to consider some things pretty dang close, and we'll get to it.
If
But-
there were some things that if we were divided by seasons here,
I know that would.
then I would
You'd put season 7 of the Clone Wars right up
I would put the last 4 episodes of season
Yes,
7 of the
you're
Clone
right.
Wars.
That's the tough thing. Is
Maybe.
like the Clone Wars is not. We're not talking about the Clone Wars yet, Marsh.
We're not talking about that.
We're not talking
That's
about
not
it
what
yet.
this show's
We'll get
about.
there. We'll get there.
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
My first thought is it's Master Jedi above A New Hope.
I don't know if
It's not lower than that for me.
really,
Definitely not.
really,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What's your problem?
I'd put it below it.
Why?
Because I think Return of the Jedi doesn't do some of the things that made the first 2 movies exciting and cool and novel.
Like what?
Honestly, from the time they step onto Endor, if the camera is on Endor, I'm on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like
Interesting.
I find it so boring. I know it's iconic. I understand that it's iconic.
Yeah.
I love that moment where Han shoot, but then there's a bunch of guys that come around the corner or whatever, and he goes,
Yeah.
I love that moment too.
Yeah.
Bored for most of that. When it then cuts back to the Death Star and everything happening on there, oh, that's cool. I'm back. Oh, Endor. Nah. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
I don't have that experience with either of the other 2. So I would put it lower. than A New Hope,
Interesting.
if it's me. But there's 2 of us. We gotta consent here.
Yeah. How do we do that? Is it just rock, paper, scissors? Does that feel good to you, Michael?
I don't know. I don't know. How do you think we should do that? How strongly do you feel about it being above A New Hope?
I think it. This is what I think is that the Empire is, I think, objectively the best of these movies.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi is my favorite.
Your favorite of all 3 of them?
Yes.
Crazy work.
I love the end of things. So why Return of the King is probably my favorite Lord of the Rings as well.
Yeah.
Despite Fellowship and Two Towers probably both being better than it in different ways. I really think that it finishes out well.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like the Ewoks. I don't get that. Whatever. I love the redemption arc. I love the score. The Emperor's theme song is so good.
Yeah.
Ian McDermott as the Emperor is incredible.
Yeah.
It's crazy that he was like in his late 30s or something maybe when he did that. And
Yeah.
it's the most disgusting and oldest he's ever looked doing that role.
Yeah. They forecasted
good.
really well who was
Yeah.
going to grow into somebody who just
Oh my
looked
gosh.
exactly the way they needed him to look.
It's
you know
crazy.
What I mean? It's really good. Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
Some days I wake up and I feel like I look like Ian McDermott did in Return of the Jedi. Because I'm approaching that age.
That's pretty good.
And I'm like, yeah, I get it now.
I'm proud of you.
I get why he looks that way.
You're really moving up in the world.
I moving somewhere in the world.
You're a real Emperor type.
I'm moving wrinkly.
I think Luke Green Lightsaber is the best. I think I rewatched all 3 in a row one time a couple years back, and the progression of Luke is really cool to watch in sequence like that.
Yeah.
Because we're so used to thinking of Luke as the Jedi and everything now, but going from Star Wars, where he knows nothing and does nothing with a lightsaber, Empire, where he's starting to kind of figure it out, but he's just kind of scrappy and falling apart, to then whatever happened between Empire and Jedi, there is a leap character-wise, because he is a full-on, awesome, cool, collected Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
From the moment he shows up on screen.
And there's so much intrigue as far as how he gets there.
Yes.
And that's why I think most of the comics will take place between Empire and Return.
There's a lot of really cool stuff that happens in the comics there. I really love that. Like, there's so many things in this that I really all of the stuff on Tatooine is really good. That whole sequence on Jabba's sail barge. There's just so much in this that I feel like wraps up everything from that trilogy so cleanly that for me boosts it higher.
But see, with A New Hope, I go, you get the framework for everything. There's nothing that doesn't reference A New Hope. because it was the thing that birthed all of this. It was
Sure.
the birth of the Force. It was the birth of the most iconic villain in all of history. It was what else? You get some of the most quotable lines, right? You get the first instance of I have a bad feeling about this. You get people dressing up as stormtroopers and going to free the princess. I mean, the most classic like hero's tale sort of a vibe.
Yeah. But first doesn't
hero's
necessarily
journey.
mean better. First just means
Yeah.
first. A third movie in a trilogy,
Yeah.
of course, is going to have to round out the circle and come back to a lot of the things that we started out with here.
Yep.
I think you're right
Thank you.
that Star Wars is probably a better movie than Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
I just I like it more.
I get it.
So we'll leave it there.
I can 100% respect liking it more though, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you feel like you go back and watch episode 6 more than episode 4?
absolutely.
Do you really?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm the opposite, 100%.
4 is my least favorite of the 3.
That is so crazy to me.
But it's not like I
respect it.
don't
It's
like
just
it.
such a. I feel like it's such a hot take.
Yeah,
You know.
a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
big
the thing
time.
is
No,
though,
a lot
I
of bit.
don't. It's not like I don't like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars is so much above
Yeah.
all of the rest of sci-fi
They're all
film.
Star. Call it A New Hope, Marshall.
It's
You're one of those
Star
guys.
Wars.
You're one of those guys.
It's called Star Wars.
These are all Star Wars.
It's called Star Wars.
You're one of
it's
those
up here, and then the other ones are like there and there.
Oh, Marshall.
You know,
Yeah.
there's like they're basically on the exact same level.
Pretty close.
It's almost indistinguishable.
Yeah, that's fair.
Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace. It is so dog.
I like it more than I don't like it. I don't think it deserves near as much hate as
I don't
it
think you
gets.
just immediately put it there. That's crazy work.
Do you not think
just-
it should go there?
No, I don't.
Okay. Where do you think it should go?
I think it should go in Master Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the bottom of Master Jedi.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I was like,
probably.
there's no way this is better than none of the prequels are better than the original movies.
Probably. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get to my thoughts. Episode 1 is so cozy. It's got such a
Okay.
vibe. It's got such a vibe. Can I start there?
Sure.
I will, if I want to feel a cozy franchise movie, I will watch The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
That's probably, I never watch episode 2, not to get ahead of us. I never watch episode 2.
No,
Hardly.
because it's the worst one by a huge margin.
Worst of those 3 for sure. Yeah. And worst of, yeah. Well, for sure. Yeah. But episode 1 I love. I love pod racing a lot. I love the Duel of the Fates.
Yeah.
I love, like I said last week, favorite Jedi, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
I love Qui-Gon Jinn. If he's speaking, I'm glued. You know what I'm saying? Love Darth Maul, like we talked about last week. Again, sticker up there by your noggin. Watch out for that sticker, Marshall.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Didn't mean it.
Yeah, watch out.
I think it's good.
Yeah,
I just don't think it's on the same tier as these other ones. Because this middle tier is still good.
yeah.
We don't get to bad until sand.
I know.
You know?
But I got stuff for the dang old middle tier, I'll tell you what.
Okay. Yeah. Because in my head, Revenge of the Sith should be a tier above Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm putting Phantom
But there's
Genis in
we
Master Jedi.
can't put Revenge of the Sith and True Jedi.
I think you could make the argument.
You can make the argument. I don't
And
think
I
that it
will.
would be a good argument.
Let's do this one first. Let's not worry about the comparison yet. But
Okay.
I'd put her up in Master. Stop just placing things before we discuss.
I have to.
You don't.
I do, and I did.
But
Attack
that
of the
is,
Clones is in sand.
that is where it goes.
It's
It's
just
literally
bad.
where it comes from.
It's not
it's
like
where the sand category
literally.
comes
Yeah,
from.
I mean that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's not the worst one of the whole bunch. I
Yeah.
don't hate it, but it is hard to watch in a lot of parts.
Yeah.
It's baffling to me that people think the Phantom Menace is the worst one because it is so
Yeah.
clearly Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. Yeah. There's redeeming stuff in it. It's not just all bunk.
And the
None of
redeeming
these
stuff in
are,
it is
you know?
mostly just stuff that's like fun,
Yeah.
not stuff that is like, really good as a movie.
Yeah.
Really good storytelling. It's just like, I like Camino.
I think
and it's fun.
It is.
Geonosis fight.
Yeah.
Big and fun.
I like Obi-Wan and his big old hood. Did the council approve the creation of a clone army?
Yeah. I made contact with the whatever.
I like going to Galaxy's Edge in Florida, and when there's one of those big old Florida rains that lasts all of 4 minutes, I like doing that and standing in the middle of the cantina, or in the middle of like outside the cantina, I guess. And it's great.
Proud of you.
Thank you. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
That's what I have for that. It has some good story moments, like Anakin's first like murders and stuff like that.
Yeah. But Hayden Christensen's acting in this one is just
he was finding himself.
Unfortunate.
He was coming into things.
He's doing what George tells him to do, whatever.
That's really
it's just George is telling him to do bad.
Yeah. He and George were having aggressive negotiations.
Yeah.
Negotiations with a lightsaber.
Oh.
That's from this movie, if you didn't know.
It's just not great.
Yep.
There's good stuff in there. It's just not. I think of it more fondly when I think of it. Yeah. And when I watch it, I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Because the Clone Wars has retroactively made this movie so much better than it actually is. And when I think of this movie, so much of what I think of this era is just the Clone Wars TV show.
Dude, even more than the Clone Wars TV show in this era, specifically for episode 2, the Clone Wars mini-series from the Samurai Jack studio.
Yeah, Mr. Tartakovsky.
Yeah, that went super hard when Anakin gets all his crazy like scar tattoos
and stuff like that. Yeah,
it's
much
so
more
good.
Interesting than whatever the heck is going on here.
Yeah.
Okay, Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. Let's talk about this because Marshall, don't put it anywhere.
This is where I would tentatively.
Yeah, that is around where I would put it too. Because, dude, it's really
tough. There's a lot of good stuff in here, and it redeems a lot of what was happening in 2 and also in 1.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues with Phantom Menace.
They're equally excellent while also being imperfect conclusions of the trilogies that they're in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like where Return of the Jedi has some boring stuff, this has some Padme just dying from a broken heart.
The cunning warrior attacks neither body nor mind.
Tell me how!
The heart, Osborn. First, we attack his heart.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think is weaker than it could have been. However, most quotable Star Wars movies, I think by a long shot, is this one.
Does that make it good that it's got a million memes from it?
Maybe.
That's not a quality indicator, and usually it's the opposite.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about memes exclusively.
Yeah.
There's like legitimately good lines in this.
Yeah.
It does a lot for the
5.
story. Do it.
Okay.
I would certainly like to.
That's a good line.
What else have we got? This is where the fun begins.
Okay. 2 of those are memes, and one of them is arguably a very bad.
They're all
line.
memes. You can meme the whole thing.
Okay.
You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's good.
sure is.
Yeah.
It's not a line, but it was in the script. Obi-Wan standing at the top of that ramp on Mustafar, just looking sexy.
Yeah, he's aura farming.
Looking hot.
I think this is the problem with this one.
Have you seen the cut where it just plays sexy back when they show him on camera? It's really good.
The problem with this one for me is that it's made better by the Clone Wars. And if I take it as just a movie on its own, I don't think it deserves to be above Return of the Jedi. Because I think Return of the Jedi on its own is a better movie than Revenge of the Sith on its own. As conclusions of their trilogies, I think that Return of the Jedi is a better one than Revenge of the Sith. Because looking at just those movies, it's just such whiplash going from 1 to 2 to 3. Yeah. There's so much that happens between those that they needed more room and more space. And if you were watching this in 2005, you're going to say, that was good, I think. But then with the Clone Wars, there is so much more context. There is 90% of what we know about Anakin Skywalker comes from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And when I watch the movie now, that's the version of the character that I am reading into Hayden's performance. But they are, as far as the writing is concerned, two completely different guys.
100%. Yeah.
So I find it. I don't know that I would, in good conscience, be able to put this movie on its own without the grand context of the entire saga and all of the weird knowledge that I, a freak, have.
Super freaky boy. Here's what maybe does it for me the most. Maybe. I like Anakin Skywalker as a main character. I find him much more compelling than Luke Skywalker as a character. So I go back to, I watch Revenge of the Sith, a lot more than I do Return of the Jedi. Just mainly for the character moments.
Yeah.
I like him as a main character. I like Obi-Wan as a supporting character. I like Padme. I like Palpatine. I just like so much more. I think it's so much more vibrant as far as, and like 100% you're right about what happens with Luke at the beginning of Return. But I think there's just so much that goes into this that rounds out that story and places everybody where they're going to end up at the beginning of the original trilogy. It's got Joel Edgerton before he was famous, and now he's a killer.
He's a guy.
Yeah.
But do you think that you would feel that way about Anakin without the Clone Wars TV series?
I do, because of what you said. Like, he is a totally different dude. When I see this, I don't really think about the Clone Wars at all. Like
But the guy on screen in this movie just kind of sucks. He's not a sympathetic character. He's just kind of a loser.
See, I don't read it that way. When I go into it, it's like, oh, this is a guy that was born a slave, and he got freed, and then he was a slave to the Jedi, and now I'm watching him become a slave to Palpatine. And I watch the progression of the character, and I understand that that's not me taking the movie by itself either.
Yeah,
because I'm taking it in the context of the trilogy, but I don't. But that's kind of as far as it goes. Like, I don't extend that necessarily to the animated show. I let that that show has all of its own merits for sure.
I don't know, man. I feel like the prequels. The idea of the story of the prequels, of the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker, is so much better than the execution of that story.
I think that's probably true.
I don't think that it actually plays out as good as the idea of it is, where you get all these moments in Clone Wars where you do kind of get the slow progression of that change and everything. It's like we talk about Anakin like he's a Walter White type character, but he in no way gets the same kind of the level of writing, the level of character development, and that slow change that Walter White does. Where if you watch Breaking Bad all the way through and then go back to the beginning, it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
Because the guy at the beginning of that show is a completely different guy at the end of that show. Totally, and it's maybe the only time that that's actually been done well. Yeah. Taking a essentially good person and turning them into just evil, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a certain quality to that kind of story that is really interesting and attractive and cool to see play out.
Yeah.
I just don't think that the actual events and execution of that story in practice is as good as the idea of it.
I think you're probably right. However, we have so many more to get through. I like where we have it. I'm willing to leave it there for now, if you want.
For now?
Unless you want to go back.
What do you mean?
Near the end of this.
Oh my gosh. I would put it below Jedi. The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, solid.
I don't know.
Solid reskin of the original.
It's probably here.
I say that kind of reductively. It is more. I think it has more in it than just a reskin. I think there was a good vision to it.
It's a safe opener.
It is safe. Safe is a good, yeah. It's got the, you know, it's got the sufficiently scary bad guy.
Yep.
It's got the fun little cast of characters.
Lots of potential.
Yeah, lots of potential.
All right.
That's the best one. That's gonna be the best one of this trilogy because then we got the
Disagree.
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi's better.
Better than
Last Jedi's better.
you're silly.
100%.
That's a very silly.
Last
thing to
Jedi's
say.
better.
And I know that's so cool to say now.
I don't think it's cool to say now. I don't think it's ever been cool to say that, but it's true. The first 40, the only part of that movie that's not good is the Rose and Finn part.
That part's not good. I agree.
Yeah, and the Admiral Holdo stuff is not bad. It's just okay. Finn is acting, not Finn. Poe is acting like an idiot,
Yep.
and Holdo is not being a very good leader.
Yeah.
The thing that people get the most mad about is the Luke and Rey stuff, and I have no problems with that. I think it works really well. I think it makes sense that Luke is disillusioned by all this different stuff. He's a person. He's not a perfect hero character that they've all idolized him as, and that we have all idolized him as. And that's why people get mad at that, because we've created this picture in our head of this perfect, incorruptible guy. But we see in Return of the Jedi, there are moments when he really nearly goes to the dark side. And in
Yeah.
expanded media,
Yeah.
in the immediate sequel to Return of the Jedi in the previous canon, Luke goes to the dark side, like full on for a little bit, and then comes back out of that. Like this is not been a part of this character. So it seems stupid and silly to me that people thought that he went into exile for some reason and all that needed to happen was for someone to show up and he's gonna just be like, oh, okay, now I'll leave.
Yeah.
It's like, well, he had to go there for a reason, guys. He isn't just gonna say, oh, my lightsaber and you need my help? Okay, then why was he there?
Right.
What was the point of putting him there in the first place?
Yeah.
Now it just becomes a plot device for no reason. So we put him there. Rian Johnson writes a interesting, effective reason for him being there that really only reinforces the entire message of the prequels, which is that the Jedi had become corrupt and were not what they were meant to be.
Yeah.
The people freak out about it. They're mad about it. That's the only movie in this trilogy that is doing anything new, different, risky, or interesting. And I don't think that it's in any way out of line with anything in the originals or the prequels. The only part of this movie that's outright bad is the Finn and Rose stuff, and only because they just erase there being any reason for it to have happened at the end of that whole plot.
Yes.
Like, if you make that an important plot point to help them escape and get out of there, then great. We've had a whole thing with Finn kind of going from, he was on the dark side and now he's on the light side and he thinks that that's all there is to it. He's figuring out, oh, there's gray area here. That can be an interesting plot line, and then they just kind of make it not matter.
Yeah.
That's what I think about that.
I think some things are less dignified in this than they deserve, though, as well. The least of which, the Benicio del Toro character, very embarrassing. Hate when he's on screen.
Why?
That's part of the Finn and Rose part. I understand that.
Why?
Why? Silly.
Silly?
Silly.
What's silly about him?
The way it's done, the way it's acted and directed. Not a fan of that.
Like
but again,
what?
that's part of that entire side plot.
More information. I don't know what you mean by that.
The way he acts it,
Yeah.
silly, cringe, silly and cringe and bad. I don't like.
For what reason?
I don't like watching him do it. I don't like his little lisp. I don't
Okay.
like his little stutters.
Okay. All right.
I don't like that he's kind of a wimp, but he's supposed to be this like incredibly skilled. What's his deal? He's not a
He's
smuggler,
not.
or he's like
not the guy they went there for. They couldn't get that guy. They got this guy.
Oh, I thought
who's
this.
not the guy they wanted.
I thought what they discovered. See, this is where I was. I thought what they discovered was that this was the guy they were looking for.
No, the guy they were looking for was the guy at the craps table. And then they get grabbed as they're going to go and take and see him. And they get thrown in the brig, which is where wishy-washy, I'm selling arms to everybody and just trying to slink by. I'm a slimy guy just surviving and I don't care about the morals of it.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That is exactly who he is.
Yeah. Similar thing though. Fun idea. Not super great execution on how that went. But again, part of that side plot, that whole side plot didn't really work super well. I don't like how Luke Skywalker died.
Okay.
That felt that didn't feel like an ending. That didn't feel like a deserved ending to me.
Okay.
I think that was also why he was brought back as a ghost, because it's like that didn't feel like his story had really wrapped. Which
it wasn't going to. Like the original plan for the movie, you know this, was that he was going to be a Force ghost who's now haunting Kylo essentially throughout the 9th movie.
I don't think I knew that part. I've heard so many things just over the last however many years it's been.
Yeah.
And it's gotten also mixed up between fan theories and confirmed like intentions
that is
from
what it was
writers.
going to. That was Colin Trevorrow's script. So if they, and this is the thing, is a lot of the choices in The Last Jedi, on the opposite of Revenge of the Sith and the Clone Wars, they are made retroactively worse because Disney got scared and ran back to daddy and got J.J. Abrams to make a nothing safe bad movie that completely abandons every single plot thread from The Last Jedi.
Yeah, but I think that you could say also that The Last Jedi did the same thing to The Force Awakens.
It didn't leave it with anything to do. What are they supposed? I mean, he's directly following up on it. Rey is at the doorstep of Luke, and the Resistance is scrappy and in danger, which is the same thing that happens in, freaking Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
The original Star Wars is a very open and closed movie. If nothing ever happened after that, you could watch it and be satisfied.
Yeah, it's true.
The sequel is going to then start. I mean, that's just the way that the middle chapter of something is going to go. Yeah. It's not super serialized until you get to the 3rd chapter, which should then be directly following up on wherever we left off on the last one. And they just choose not to.
Yeah.
They completely erase all of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it could have, if like they go through with this Colin Trevorrow script, where Finn leads a rebellion of stormtroopers on Coruscant and Kylo does not get a redemption arc and goes deep into the dark side, kills Leia, all this different stuff. Then you have a lot of these choices make more sense. Luke's story isn't over in that place, and that makes this a worthy sacrifice that he made here to save the last remnant of the rebellion, the resistance, whatever. And then you go on to the next movie and he's doing all this stuff as a ghost. Like, it would have meant it. I don't know, but then I'm taking it as a movie on its own, and I still think that it is better.
That's another thing, the Leia thing. Like, Carrie Fisher had already passed away by the time that this movie came out.
Should have just had her blow up.
Should have just had her blow up. You literally blew her up.
It would have been a really graceful exit.
Why would you do? Yeah.
I remember sitting in the theater and thinking, oh, that's really smart.
Yeah.
Because I thought Kylo was going to do it, didn't do it, but she's dead.
Yeah.
And it's a graceful out.
Yeah.
You don't have to try to do any weird stuff with it. And then you get the Force thing.
Yeah, and it's a meaningful character moment until that.
And again, Kylo, if we had seen or heard anything about her training, then who cares?
Right.
Visually, it even just kind of looked a little goofy.
Visually, it did look goofy.
If it didn't look visually weird, people wouldn't care. If it wasn't Leia, I don't think people would care.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of it's a girl thing, and this is all a girl trilogy. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, there's also that fight scene in the big red room. Bad fight.
It's only as bad as the Duel of the Fates. None of those hits are kill shots. They're just attacking lightsabers the entire time.
The Duel of the Fates in Phantom Menace?
Yes. People love the Duel of the Fates.
Oh, sure.
It is equally as choreographed and fake looking as that one. It's just faster. That's all.
Yeah, which I like.
Yeah.
I'm willing to even concede on that. I just think Duel of the Fates looks, if we're comparing the two, I just think it looks so much better and more compelling. Like, that's where it looks like a stage play, like what you'd see like in like the most high quality form of like stage play.
Yeah.
Whereas this, I think they use CGI as a crutch a ton, and it's noticeable, like on a rewatch, and especially
like
on
where?
A breakdown. Like when there's just disappearing weapons and people just come and are the Imperial Guards? Is that the red cloaked
Something
things?
like that. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever they are. They come out of nowhere sometimes. They just appear behind another one and things like that. There's And I've seen breakdowns of it, and it's like they're pretty egregious then,
Yeah.
and it's hard to unsee once you've seen them.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of points to maybe a little bit of the laziness in how it was pieced together. Nevertheless, I think they do belong in the same. The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, I think, deserve each other in their own little category here.
Yeah. I think it's the best looking out of all of these movies visually, other than maybe Empire Strikes Back.
I think it has its moments for sure. I'm trying to remember any super visually stunning moments in it.
The entire ending sequence, the hyperspace ship explosion.
It is very cool. And I've never
Most
had an
of
issue
the
with
stuff
that.
on
People get after it for that.
Yeah, it's a
why would this
suicide
ever
bombing.
happen? Yeah, it's literally a
like
kamikaze
why would
thing,
you?
yeah.
Why wouldn't they just do that all the time? Because they don't want to kill themselves.
Yes, that's my okay.
What do
Thank
you mean?
I've been feeling like I'm crazy for years when they're going.
Well, yeah,
like,
you are.
Why do we? Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
in this specific instance,
Yeah.
like, why? What do you mean? Why wouldn't they always do that?
Why wouldn't they just kill themselves?
That's a life.
There's 15 people in the Resistance.
Yeah.
If they all killed themselves,
Yeah.
there would be nobody left.
Yeah, the people you're seeing on this ship,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's all of them.
That's the rest of them.
Yeah.
Against an entire government and army or navy, I guess.
Things are good. The Rise of Skywalker is not next for some reason, but let's grab it and just put it into
just put it right there.
Right there. I don't even want to talk about it. It just is bad.
It sucks.
It's just a bad, weird, reactionary piece of garbage that, again, doesn't follow up on any of the promises that The Last Jedi set up.
Yeah.
It has a weird, unearned chemistry between the three main characters. The new characters that show up are just kind of like uninteresting and there to create background for characters that just didn't exist before and
Except
doesn't
Claude.
necessarily make sense.
Claude's my boy.
Who's Claude? Oh yeah, Claude.
The big slug
Oh,
man.
and sorry, I cannot. We're forgetting about important characters like
Babu Frick.
Claude, Babu Frick, and what's his name? What's his name?
Oh, which one?
The guy at the very beginning of the movie. I have his Lego. Boolio.
Oh,
Win the war.
Oh, my boy.
Thanks, Luke.
Yep.
It's a bad movie. It's just keys jingling in your face for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
It's honestly, I think it's worse than just simple style over substance. They make creative choices, and every single one is bad. I don't know if I can tell you one good creative choice. No, I can tell you one.
Okay.
When all the voices of past Jedi start talking to Rey, divorced from maybe how silly and unearned that moment is.
Sure.
It is very cool when you get the culmination of all the different Jedi talking to her. That's cool.
The ones that we know of.
Yes. Yeah.
The ones that we have heard before.
Yeah, the ones that we knew in 2015 or
important
2019,
ones.
whatever this was.
The other guys, they're dead for reals.
Yes. Yeah.
We don't care about them.
But you get Yoda.
You get
You get my
Yoda.
boy Yoda.
You get two Obi-Wans.
Obi-Wan. Do you get both? Do you get
Yeah.
I'm spacing on that actor's name.
Alec Guinness. They took him
No.
saying, "Don't be afraid,"
Oh, that's
and they
right.
turned it into Ray.
Sorry, I thought we were going for the
Ewan
voice
McGregor?
actor.
Oh no, he's not in there.
Bummer. They should have. It's fine.
Yeah,
I think Ashley, whatever, who plays Ahsoka, is in there.
yeah. That's because she's the voice of Ahsoka.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's
That's a fun creative moment.
Yeah, it's cool.
Babu Frick is a cute little guy.
Droid is ready.
And now we get a million of those that hate Baby Yoda.
Yeah, bad baby.
Bad baby.
Yeah, I don't know.
In the new Mandalorian trailer. Horrible baby. And it's very cute. I love him.
It's fine.
I love him.
It's a bad movie. Star Wars Rogue One.
Rogue one of the best, dude. So much fun to go back to. So unique. I think that'd be an okay place to put it, actually, where you had it.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, that's fine. I don't think I even wanted to like it. I went and saw it because it was a Star Wars thing. I remember going to the theater and seeing this, and I was like, oh, that'll be fun.
Movie about them stealing the Death Star plans? Whatever.
Yeah, that was kind of my vibe.
Yeah.
And I remember everybody talking about it like, oh, what a fun concept. And I was like,
I guess.
I guess. I didn't really even remember that's where, or that's the reason that the Empire was chasing Leia's ship at the beginning of the original movie.
Yeah.
I just didn't connect it.
Yeah.
But then you sit down and it's this like epic war drama. And it's got all the visuals. It's got all the high quality acting and Forrest Whitaker.
Yep.
He's there as well.
He's good in it. He's good in it. It's just kind of a silly performance a little bit, but it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Benicio del Toro. I
don't think so.
Those live in the same world for me.
Really?
In a little way. Yeah, in a lot of ways.
I don't think so. I think he's just a guy who's been huffing gas for like years.
Yeah.
And he's losing it at this point. Like it is literally the end of his life.
Yeah.
Like he's been around doing terrorism for decades and it has ripped his mind apart, and he's also been doing drugs and that's ripped his body and mind apart.
Totally.
So I think that it makes sense that he is the way he is.
No, I love his character in this. I think he could have, I would have been content if they had done away with his character in this, but they had to bring him back for The Force Awakens.
Well, they did.
And for Star Wars Force Awakens? Sorry. Jedi Fallen Order and Star Wars Rebels.
I mean,
and I was like,
he
that's
dies.
That's plenty, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are places that it makes sense for him to come back, though. Because that's like,
Yeah.
you know, unless we're going to invent new random rebel terrorist cells with long storied histories.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's really good. I think you mentioned the cinematography. Nobody has ever made the Death Star look as big as Gareth Edwards and
Golly
Greg
Moses,
Fraser
man.
doing this.
It's so good.
It's great. There's a really good shot in the Ridge Tridge where you see a Star Destroyer, which is previously the big thing that existed.
Yeah.
And then you see next to it a Super Star Destroyer. And now this thing looks tiny. And this movie does that very well, where you get the scale of things. Where in this one, I believe there's a shot of, in this one, I believe there's a shot of a TIE fighter flying past the screen,
Yes. Yeah.
which then you see
I know exactly what you're talking about.
a Star Destroyer and then
Yeah.
the Death Star. And never has the scale of this thing been sold better than in that
So
moment.
good. It's so good.
Because you watch it in A New Hope, and you're like, oh, look at that small moon. That's no moon. It's like, it's a space station. It's like, yeah, it looks like a space station.
Yeah, even when you see it like from the ground, from a planet looking up, and it looks like the
Yeah, we don't understand how big the moon is.
it looks like the Majora's Mask moon coming down. You know, it's
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Our own moon, how big is that thing? From here, looks small.
Yeah,
And when I see pictures of it,
yeah, pretty big.
can I see the curve? I don't know.
Yeah,
But if I was on the moon, I can't probably see the end of the moon.
yeah.
So I don't
Shout
know.
out to that Artemis 2 crew. I know they watch our channel,
So cool.
so they should. Shout out to those guys.
NASA's good.
I also think back to every scene on Jeddah where that Star Destroyer is looming over the city. The big like Jedi, the toppled Jedi statues that line that planet and stuff like that. Just
Yeah.
so much cool stuff.
I like it.
Even the ninja and the big gun guy.
Yeah, great.
I like them.
It's great stuff.
Yeah, I think
Different aspects of the Force.
people clown
cool.
on those guys a little bit because
And
they're
those people
just
are dumb.
like they're kind of they're
Awesome.
comic relief, and
They're
it's like they're
awesome.
comic something, but they're cool.
They're comically awesome.
That's right.
Star Wars Solo, a solo story.
Fine.
I think it is the top of On the Council, Not a Master.
Yeah, pretty average.
I don't think it's a bad movie by any means. I think it's a really fun Han Solo, Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, it is that. I like watching it. When I go back and watch it again, I go, the relationships in this are really cool.
Super believable.
Yeah, the crime story, really cool. Some of the lines, really bad. Sometimes, not all.
Feminist Robot, I think, is overblown. I think people got really mad about that. And when I go back and watch it, I'm like, it is not nearly as bad as I remember. I remember it being like so egregious. And there's maybe like one moment when she is like freeing all the droids that is maybe a bit much. But otherwise, it's like, I think people are a little too reactionary sometimes.
Yeah, I think when they turn it into her spirit or whatever is now the Millennium Falcon.
I think that's cool.
Like she's running it.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I think it's cool too as a concept. I think it's that, this robot was kind of annoying and we didn't really understand. We, the audience, maybe didn't really understand like what made her compelling. And now her soul is the soul of this awesome spaceship that I've always loved. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's
I
not
think that
like
was a
it
little
changes anything in any real way.
No, I agree. Yeah, I just think that was a portion of the frustration, I guess, from audiences. To your
Silly
point,
people.
though, I don't think that was the worst part.
Silly people, fools.
Yeah, I would say so.
All right, we got so much to get through. Let's keep moving.
Let's do it.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars movie. This is just bad.
The movie, yes, this is just bad.
Would we put it above Attack of the Clones?
Shoot, dude, I feel like I haven't seen the Clone Wars movie more than once.
Neither have I. I saw it. This is the first Star Wars movie I saw in the theater. I went with my dad.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Well, I was 5 in 2005, so it's like I can't go and see the prequels,
He was just a baby.
kind of.
I always forget that.
Let's just say bad and move on.
Let's say bad and move
It's
on.
worse than the Attack of the Clones.
It's like, it's hard to even speak on it because it's just kind of nothing.
Yeah.
It's like Ahsoka shows up and you get introduced to her and
It's just kind of a extended episode of show.
Yeah.
And we have Rada the Hutt, famous chef Rada the Hutt.
You get Rada the Hutt.
Yeah, very exciting.
Cousin.
Yo,
Cousin, what about the droid
need
attack on the
hands.
Wookiees? I need it. We're going to get him back. I'm excited for that. Not a baby anymore.
big gladiator guy.
You get Ahsoka showing up and saying, "You're stuck with me, Sky Guy." And Michael goes, "Heh." That's a bad line.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep.
It's
But
whatever.
It's in the right place.
Clone Wars TV show.
True Jedi, baby.
Is it True Jedi?
I think it's True Jedi. I think there's so much in it that makes it some of the best Star Wars ever. You mentioned the last 4 episodes, some of the best anything ever in a lot of cases. You know what I mean?
I think that if it was just the last 4 episodes, I would put that in True Jedi. True Jedi is so, anytime I'm doing anything like this, the S tier, it has to be completely perfect.
Yeah.
And
There's 200 episodes of this, and you know it can't be.
I know.
Yeah,
Which is
that's the
why
tough
it
part,
has
yeah.
to be, and I also don't think that as a whole, I don't think it's better than A New Hope. You know?
Yeah.
If we average it all out. Oh, my HDMI went away here.
Hello. There we are.
If we average it all out, I think it has to be just below A New Hope. If it was
Man, that's
just the
tough.
last 4 episodes separated out.
Gosh, I'm
if
like,
we
how
had
do I
individual arcs,
Yeah.
I would put Umbara really high up. I would put
Man, yeah.
the last 4 episodes. Last 4 episodes would be in True Jedi.
Yeah. The Mandalore
100%.
plot, 100% up there. Yeah.
Really good.
I know. The fact, here's what I will give you. The fact that it is made more for kids, and that is not inherently a bad thing. However, it's maybe not as dignified as it could be
At times.
because they have to make consolations.
Yep.
Yeah. In the script, for example, they can't say certain things. They can't show and do certain things. That's what,
Yeah.
That's the tough stuff, man. That's why you get to that last season and like
It's more mature.
Anakin finally gets to put his lightsaber through the
I mean, he did that on Mandalore. He freaking just like stabbed a guy through the heart.
The heart, Osborne. First, we attack his heart.
That's so true. I was thinking
Yeah.
the spider guy. What's his name?
I can't remember.
Odie Mandrell. No, that's
Something.
a pod racer.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
It's
the
like
guy
stuff
who
like that they
dies
just-
100 times throughout the entire series and keeps coming back.
Yeah. And they everybody involved with the making of this show just got to let loose in that season. Yeah, you know what? I'll go with you. I'll put that in Master Jedi.
Okay.
It is so good. It's some of the best stuff. Our good pal Charlie, he says that Star Wars is his favorite franchise ever. We just recently started watching that because he just hadn't either had the opportunity or the prompting.
Yeah, I was just too
to
old
try
for it
out,
probably at the
you
time.
know? Yeah. And I was like, man, you're going to see some of the best stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some of like the most creative that Star Wars can be happens in that show.
Yeah.
I just love it. Yeah.
Rebels.
Rebels, still good. Probably not for everybody.
Rebels is kind of in that same category where if it is the last however long, it's really good.
Yeah.
And if it is other episodes, it's not as good.
Yeah.
Like the stuff on Malachor, really good.
Yeah.
Random little goofy side adventures, not as good.
Yeah.
It's tough. For me, I'm trying to decide whether I'd put it above or below Phantom Menace.
Man. I don't know if I can put it above Phantom Menace.
Okay.
There's so much in it that is so good.
Yeah.
The entire Kanan Jarrus story arc or
Yeah.
character arc.
Everything with Maul.
Divine. Everything with Maul.
Yeah.
Everything with the world between worlds, I think is what they call it.
Yep.
That's fun and a fun way to, like, if you're going to introduce time travel, which is a hard thing to get right.
Well, and it's not time travel.
That's the thing. That's why it's a
Yeah.
good way to do it. You know, it's like I think it works out really well. So much of it does work well, but it is also between those moments, it's also filled with a lot of just like
much more kiddish stuff.
yes, much more than Clone Wars was. Yeah,
right,
so I
we
think
leave-
that's a good spot for it.
Leave that the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew.
I loved Skeleton Crew.
So much fun
I don't know where I can put Skeleton Crew.
because it's so weird. It's like hardly
I had a
Star Wars,
blast
right?
with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Jude Law was having a blast. I'll watch Jude Law do pretty much whatever. And so if you're going to make Jude Law my Long John Silver here, I'm so bought
Yeah.
in. Also Neil, little elephant man Neil.
Yep.
I forget what species he is. I'd die for him.
Something.
I would die and I would also kill for Neil. He's my boy.
I feel like I like it more than Rogue One or The Phantom Menace. I don't know if I think it is better than them. You know, I feel like it's on par
Yeah.
with Rebels.
Quality wise, yeah, I don't think it's better than probably any of the other live action stuff.
Yeah.
I think it might be a little bit better quality than Rebels potentially.
Okay.
That might be my only that'd be the only one though for me where I'd be like,
I don't know. How do you feel about that placement?
I think that's okay. And
Well,
so-
I don't know, because a Master Jedi feels like it should be. I don't know.
I know.
Because I feel like I had a lot of fun with it and I really enjoyed it.
yeah,
But
you
there's certain. I don't know.
know that it could have been done better.
Yeah.
If it had a bigger budget, which I like, you got to stay in the budget of a TV show. A TV show is always going to have a smaller budget, and I get that. What they did with the budget that they had, though, pretty solid.
So what are you thinking?
I think Master Jedi is a nice place for it.
Okay. So we
Put it
just
above,
leave it.
Put it above Rebels. Be a little naughty. Put it above Rebels.
No.
Come on.
Nope, you took it away. I'm not doing it.
Why? Calling it naughty? Oh,
Book of
fine.
Boba Fett. Let's do that. What do you think? That's a tough one. It is a tough one.
Yeah.
I think I have a hard time saying outright bad.
Yeah.
Because do we think it's maybe at the bottom of on council, not rank of master? Because that to me it's fine.
Dude, I would put it even maybe lower than that.
I mean, it's either the bottom of that or the top of sand.
What's at the top of sand right now?
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, it is probably that's where I would put it, at the top of sand.
Okay.
It's one of those things. It should have been maybe a miniseries. Mm-hmm. It should have not,
As
had,
opposed to what it is, which is a miniseries.
which is a limited series, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how many episodes there are. I guess I think it was too long. Is mainly what I'm saying.
Yeah, we got to watch the Patterson cuts.
the Patterson cuts.
Yeah, it's this guy who's a professional editor who he's edited like Ahsoka down into a 2-hour movie, Obi-Wan into a 2-hour movie.
Sweet.
And then Book of Boba Fett into 2 books
Yeah, and it works better.
in chronological order.
Yeah.
Haven't
Yeah.
watched it yet.
When it's just overlong like that, why? Like we could have, like make it a movie if you want to.
Yeah.
And get a bigger budget. Cad Bane, so good in live action. I love it. I love every single moment of it.
A little big. He's still
He's too beefy. He's older.
Yeah.
He's aged.
he's saggy.
Oh, he's aged a lot. I mean, think about just when this takes place.
Yeah.
Old man.
You're right.
Isn't that the whatever called?
Calling the squabbly doobly something. Let's get rid of some of these random animated things. Young Jedi Adventures. We've never seen it.
We've never
Let's just
seen it,
put
so
it
put
in.
it in the trash.
We hate this. Star Wars Resistance. I've heard it's fine.
I've also never seen it. I've known nothing.
I've heard
about
it's
it.
whatever. I'm going to put it there.
Okay.
Vision here, Rebuilding the Galaxy. Heard those are really fun, actually. Let's
Rebuilding
put
the
it-
Galaxy, meh.
have you seen it?
I have seen it.
Where would you put it?
Since I haven't seen Resistance, put it above that.
Okay, great.
That's a fine place for it. It's like kind of nothing. It's another. I was talking in my last solo video. Go watch it right there above Marshall's head. Don't make things just to sell toys. Don't make media just to sell a toy.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
The Lego stuff feels that way a lot of the time.
It does.
Especially when there's direct tie-ins to it.
That's this. 100%. Yeah. It's like if I go to Target and I see a
Here's
black
the X-wing that can
Yeah.
have the arms of have the walls of a TIE fighter on it. You can put the other thing on the evil Millennium Falcon. Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
or like the white Vader costume. It's like great.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to.
It's from a comic though. That's from a Star Wars Infinities. So that's from like old.
But this is different. This is
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. The white Vader costume in this is literally just because like in the shuffled around galaxy, he's like a good guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's silly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
What's next? The Acolyte.
The Acolyte. Boring. I didn't actually. You know what? I didn't even finish it.
Really?
I wanted to watch it, especially as it was getting a lot of mixed reviews.
Way
I got-
overhated. I will never forgive
I think most Star Wars stuff
internet
gets overrated,
chuds
Yeah.
for killing a possible second season of that show.
I found it to be so dull.
Really?
I found the characters to be very not compelling.
Okay.
Didn't grip me really at all. The internet discourse kept me watching that way more than the show itself.
Okay.
Made me want to keep watching. And I think for that reason, I would give it lower.
No way.
Oh yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's bad.
At least I kept watching Boba Fett. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's you should finish it. I don't think it's bad. I think it's an interesting story.
Yeah.
I think it's the most interesting, unique thing that had been happening in Star Wars in a long time.
Yeah.
It's much more daring and risky of a story to tell than whatever the heck they did in Obi-Wan and Ahsoka, which is just felt so generic to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't amazing, which is why I've got it where I do, which is not in sand, but at the bottom of the, it was good, it was fine tier.
Yeah.
I think that 90% of the internet outrage was complete misogynistic nonsense,
Yeah.
racist misogynistic nonsense.
Crazy. The internet? No
Yeah,
way.
right? I think people got really weird about the witches and their slightly weird song. And they made it, the excuse was like, but they're being weird about the Force. It's like, how many episodes of the Clone Wars have we seen
Yeah.
with different cultures interacting with the Force in different ways? Because why would they, a isolated planet from a completely different place, interact with God the same way that this one religious cult does?
Yeah, there was stuff like that was very unwarranted as far as they were mad that there's magic. It's like, no, it's still the Force.
It is the Force. They're just interacting within
they're
it. It's
doing-
the same thing as the Night Sisters.
Yeah, I don't think it takes much extrapolation to figure that out. You're still
No.
watching Star Wars. You understand what the Force is.
Yeah.
You should understand what you're seeing in front. Like they shouldn't have to spell it out for you. It should kind of come standard. Those things I do agree with.
Yeah.
And I liked the Knights, the weird not Night Sisters in this case.
Yeah. It was the best lightsaber choreography we've had in forever. Really good fight scenes. The bad guy was actually interesting.
Yeah.
And there was a backstory there that
hot.
was slowly, there was a slowly unraveling backstory there that was happening that we would have gotten more of in season 2.
Yeah.
I thought the guy from Squid Game, whose name I can't remember, was great.
Yeah.
I really loved his performance. I think that this show is so much better than people gave it credit for, but we just, unless something is perfect on arrival, people throw it in the garbage and we never get a season 2. And that is crazy to me. This show is not outright bad at all.
Yeah.
But people treated it like it was the worst thing in the world. It's insane.
I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Again, I think it's, and maybe it is just because, again, it's one of these TV shows that they just didn't have enough in it to justify it being a series in my mind. It's like, yeah, it was not holding on to be. So I don't remember how many episodes I saw, frankly.
Yeah.
I saw up until the witches on the planet were doing whatever ritual they were doing early on. And it was like, there was a lot of mystique to it. The mystique was fun. The rest of it didn't. I was like, I don't really care what I'm seeing.
So you didn't even see the big, cool, you need to finish it. You should finish it.
I could.
It's worth finishing.
Yeah. I wouldn't
Since
mind.
they'll never make more of it, it's worth finishing.
It'll be actually finishing it now. Yeah. You never know. They could, nothing's ever final, especially if it comes. We thought Hayden Christensen was done as Anakin and he's back. And it's like,
Well, there was no reason to think that he would be coming back because his story was over. That's more of a surprise.
we thought Jake Lloyd was done acting. And he was.
Anyway, I've got to leave it where it is. I can't, in good
That's fine,
conscience,
yeah.
put it in bad.
No, you've seen more of it than I have, so you have more of a built opinion on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian and Grogu is on here. I don't know why. That's
that's
just
not
the
out.
Mandalorian? Oh, that's just the Mandalorian in general. It's the poster for Mando and Grogu, but it's just representing the Mandalorian.
Mando, again, it started out so strong, and then it turned into something so not strong later on. When Lizzo and Jack Black were married.
I thought that episode was fine.
Did you?
Yep.
I thought Christopher Lloyd was fun.
Yep.
It's fun to see him.
It was cool seeing the consequences of the Clone Wars and the idea that there are still separatists and that, arguably the separatists were right about most things but they, obviously were just using things as like a cover to Palpatine control the galaxy, whatever.
Yeah.
I would definitely not put it in Master Jedi. I think it's better than these other things.
Yeah, I think you put it at the top of on Council, not Master. Yeah, I think that's a fine place
I could
for
go
it.
on forever about the slow deterioration of this show and then rapid deterioration and how angry it made me, and I'll never forgive Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni for killing one of the best moments I've ever had watching a Star Wars thing, which is the finale of that show.
No, the
and then
whole
just
thing,
completely making it, of the season 2, sorry.
of season 2. Yeah.
And then just like making it not matter at all.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
retroactively ruining it in somebody else's show.
Yep.
Very frustrating. I'm right there with you.
But I've talked about that so much.
What if it was season 1? Season 1, I would put in True Jedi, frankly. I think it is so good.
No,
I think it
zero
went
chance.
so well.
I would probably not even move it.
No way, really.
I don't think it's ever been truly great.
I
think it's been a potential man the entire time. There were high points and the low points were really low. And the high points, other than that season 2 finale, never got that high for me.
Man.
The whole show just felt rife with pacing issues.
Yeah.
Like, this is the poster child of the problems with modern TV for me, where like with something like the X-Files, you got 20-some hour-long episodes. It's a monster of the week show, just like this sort of is, and you can do an adventure over here with a little bit of an overarching plot where at the end of the adventure, the cigarette smoking man is there and we see how things are connecting and moving towards the overall alien invasion, whatever plot. This does not have room for stinkers. 20 episodes that are an hour long has room to have one that's not so good every once in a while, and then have one that has nothing to do with the overall plot every once in a while, has room for there to be a really good one that is completely unrelated, have one that is only about the overarching plot. You can experiment with that. When you have like 8 episodes and they range from 25 to 40 minutes long,
Right.
you do not have room to make any mistakes. You don't have room to do Monster of the Week. Everything has to be ultra focused. It has to be pushing the plot forward. And Mando has never done that well.
That's so interesting. See, I watch that and I go, it is a story with a really solid script, with an incredible score. Again, think back to just watching this for the first time. In
Score's
season
right.
1. Score was incredible, and like nothing we had
guitars.
we had heard in the yeah. There's probably is it a Valacord? That's the Star Wars version of a guitar.
I don't
Something
know.
like that. Yes. What else? Their use of that soundstage, the volume. We talked about that.
They did it good in
yes.
season 1.
Yes. Yep. And that's the stuff I'm talking about. It's like it used all of its resources so well. That's why season 1, I think, was just such a special and unique thing. It was contained. You know what I mean? It didn't have to be some like part of some bigger plot, and it was like it had its place.
It absolutely was.
You could figure out where it was in the timeline, but it was also just the story of one guy doing his thing.
But they build up a major promise in that first season, which is Moff Gideon is the big bad guy.
Yeah.
You've got some kind of something happening with this doctor
Yeah.
where they really want baby Grogu for some reason.
Yeah.
You don't know what he even is. That's an interesting implied promise of like, we've never seen this before. This is new and unique. You have to find his people. So we're going to go and do that. We're going to discover where that came from. And they deliver on none of that.
Yeah.
They set up
that's
and
in later
really
seasons.
interesting, but it's not.
No, that's what I'm saying is like that whole setup that works really well throughout and builds the suspense. That's all season 1. And it goes really well.
Kind of.
And then it gets screwy. I'm right there with you. But that's why I'm saying if season 1 was just by itself, that's going like upper tier for me. 100%.
I would never put it in True Jedi though. It's not that good, season 1. I would maybe put it above like Rebels.
Yeah, I mean I get it up there for sure.
But I would not, it's not perfect.
As a whole,
by
I like
any
where you've
means.
got it though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why'd you take us out of order, by the way?
I don't know, because I just decided that I would go in whatever order I wanted to.
Fair.
I wanted to get a
enough.
couple random things out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because there's a few things that I think will have bigger arguments maybe.
Yeah.
Visions, I've not seen all of Visions. I like it. I'm not amazed by it. I would put it here.
I
or
might.
here. Above Acolyte. I think there's fun, interesting things happening here.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's definitely not bad.
Definitely not bad. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's so hard to.
It's hard to rank an anthology.
An anthology is really hard to place. Yeah, because it's just it ranges so far.
Unless it's the Twilight Zone, which goes into the True Jedi immediately.
The Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
The Toilet Zone, as my wife and I call it when we get on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror in Disney World. Making a lot of
Unacceptable.
Disney World references.
Unacceptable.
I think that's a fine place.
Yeah.
Even just because it's like it can be in the middle ground because some of them don't really grip you that well. Like there's a like a stop motion animated one episode of it that it's never held much for me.
Yeah.
But then there's and this is going to be well trodden ground, but the Ronin ones.
Yeah, very cool.
Extraordinary. Yeah. Yeah. And everything in between. So they got such a range that I think dropping them in the middle is wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bad Batch.
The Bad Batch.
I love The Bad Batch.
Yeah. I like it a lot too.
Can I show you where I would put The Bad Batch?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see it.
I'll tell you, I don't think it's perfect.
Okay.
So I'm not putting it in True Jedi.
Okay.
However,
Yeah.
this is how I would rank The Bad Batch personally.
I can't keep letting this note going.
It's so close to this is the thing is when I talk about I like the endings of things.
Yeah.
This is essentially an epilogue to the Clone Wars in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And it's developing on a lot of the ideas that the Clone Wars started to put together as it was getting more grown up.
Yeah.
And it's taking those ideas and actually running with them. Season 1 is a bit of that kind of Mando potential, but the pacing is a little rough. Season 2 is perfection.
Is there just the 2 seasons?
Off the top of my head, I think so.
This is where I'm not throwing you under the bus, but I am going to let you live or die by this because
Okay.
I still haven't seen all of it. I'm sorry.
No, there's 3. Yeah, there were 3.
I know it's supposed to be really good, and I know that it is something that George told Dave about forever and ever ago.
Yeah, it was that
it was
arc in season 7 was one of the ones that they had the animatic of.
Yeah. And it's really, so it's like, I love how much it's built. Even going back to, if memory serves, I think season 3, episode 1 of the Clone Wars is like the earliest chronologically, right, in the story.
Yeah, Rookies? Or
Yes. Is that what it's called? That feels right.
yeah.
And they reference, Clone 99 was one of those Bad Batchers.
Yeah.
And going back and seeing that, and I'm like, man, they had this concept in mind for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that is the continuation of like when Luke says in A New Hope, oh, you fought in the Clone Wars, then you get a Clone Wars cartoon, and then it sets up this other thing.
Yeah.
I love that. Like I love when things seem planned, even if they're not.
Yeah.
You know, it's like maybe George maybe he didn't think about the Clone Wars as a concept so much. He just needed a cool name for a war that happened prior to his first movie, and then he went, we could do more with that.
And the original version of what the Clone Wars was is crazy and makes no sense.
Yeah, totally different thing.
It's so weird.
Exactly. But it's very cool when things leave a legacy like that. So that's, as far as that impression of the Bad Batch, incredibly fun and cool.
Yeah.
Also, it kind of started to step into the more grown-up version of these animated works.
Very much so.
Like I know season 7 of Clone Wars kind of laid that framework, and the Bad Batch took it and did so much, and that was very cool too. Yeah,
it's very good.
Yeah,
this show made me cry.
I know.
It's very good.
Yeah,
I really like it. It examines a different kind of side of the war and clones that don't have the same kind of obligation as somebody like Rex or Cody or whoever.
Yeah.
It is really interesting. You do get a really good kind of Walter Whitey thing of like a good-ish guy becoming a bad guy, and then are we going to see him get redeemed with Crosshair? And it is so well done.
Yeah.
Like the character work in this show is just so impressive, and a lot of people didn't like it just because it was kind of slow.
Sure.
It's not a big action-packed adventure show most of the time. And there are action-packed adventures and stuff, but that's not really what Bad Batch is about.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, oh man, burping.
The early Empire stuff is really cool. Like
Seeing the
of it being
slow dissolution of the Republic in this. Yeah.
100%.
Which for me then is like I'm watching my childhood be eroded because you're actively killing the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You're seeing it slowly go away. Like there's a great moment towards the beginning of season 1 where they have like they've finished a mission and they come back to Kamino, and you've got all the clones in the mess hall and they're all just kind of goofing around and being guys in the bunker essentially.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of camaraderie. You spend a lot of time on Kamino establishing these different spaces. And then as the clone program is being decommissioned, you get to the end of the series and you get all these same shots of all of these same locations, but they're empty.
Yeah.
And it is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And then, a literal orbital barrage blows it up. And my insides just curled up and died.
Yeah.
Because I like grew up watching that.
Yeah.
And now like it is gone. And Kevin Kiner's music just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Well, and talk about animated stuff not being for kids in a lot of these cases. Like I remember that one episode of I forget what planet the Bad Batch is on, but they find that one clone who's just trying to settle down and run a farm
Cutter?
with his family.
Or Cut.
Yeah.
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 Because he's from
And-
the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
He was in the Clone Wars. That was a whole interesting episode.
Yep.
Like that's part of like what I was talking about earlier about different aspects of the Force and things like that. Like that episode examined some of that.
Yes. And that's kind of there's that lore with him, but he's just trying to live the quiet life.
He's a
now.
deserter.
Yeah. And so there's and it explores, what early fascism looks like with the forced registration.
Yep.
And, always being like monitored, like in a surveillance state and stuff like that. Just such compelling stuff that kids are not going to understand and appreciate.
No. It's really good. It's worth watching all the way to the end. It's killer.
I'm going to. I promise.
Let's knock out the Tales shows. I have not seen Tales of the Empire or Tales of the Underworld. I have seen Tales of the Jedi. I would probably put it
Remind me which
here.
Who does it focus on? That's the one with Qui-Gon.
There's the Ahsoka stuff and there's the Dooku stuff.
in Tales of the Jedi.
Yes, Ahsoka post Clone Wars. And Dooku pre Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
And pre Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Or pre Phantom, because he's not a bad guy. He's still in the Jedi Order during Phantom Menace. Mm-hmm. Because he, in this series, hears that Qui-Gon has been killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like that's the second episode of his story.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit.
I would put that one maybe I might put it above Mando. Cuz like all in all, that's telling a more cohesive, better story individually compared to what Mando turned into at the end.
I think putting them near each other is fair enough. I don't know.
You choose.
I might put Mando a little bit above it. I think Mando is
Right.
much more memorable. I think it's definitely had like much more like cultural staying power as far as.
Well, it has a Baby Yoda in it, so
it has
that
the
helps.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
It must, yeah. I think that's fair placement there.
All right.
Yeah.
Tales
I
of the
like it.
Empire, quickly.
Tales of the Empire. Pretty good.
Okay. Better
Like-
than Solo or worse than Solo?
Maybe worse than Solo.
Okay. Tales of the Underworld.
Tales of the Underworld. Probably
Better than
Golly.
Solo or worse than Solo?
better than Solo. I think maybe better, from what I remember, better than Tales of the Jedi.
Okay.
Again,
I haven't seen it. I trust you.
Again, I brought up the Cad Bane arc in that. So good. It's
All right.
really, really good. And the Ventress stuff. It's fine. Cad Bane stuff is what I go to it for, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mall so far.
Mall so far. Man.
It's somewhere in here.
somewhere. Yeah. Gosh, I hate to place it, and then if the rest
See
of
how
the
it
season
turns
gets
out
all stinky,
like garbage.
I'm just going off the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I'd put it above Skeleton Crew. Yeah, I
Right,
think that's
right there.
I support that placement. I do. I do. It's so cool. The choreography is so much fun. The way it just drops you in at the beginning of episode 1, rather.
Yeah.
I find to be so interesting.
Very cool.
I don't want my handheld in situations like that. By you,
You say you don't want
it? No, by you, I do.
Okay.
Thank you for the rest of the episode.
But I need to use my hands.
No,
I'm sorry. What if I could, but I can't?
you wouldn't.
What if I could and I can't, but I won't?
You wouldn't.
You have anything else to say about Maul? Sorry.
No, it's having not seen very much of it. It's like I'm really hoping that it goes to cool places.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the rest of it.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, very silly in some parts.
Obi-Wan and
Very-
Ahsoka are kind of tough to place.
Man, yeah, because
They're not
so tough.
They're definitely not bad. I don't think either of them are possibly in Master Jedi.
Let me tell you what holds as we're talking about Kenobi, what holds my memory from Kenobi.
Yeah.
Fight with Darth Vader.
Yep. 100%.
And 2 or 3 just silly moments that everybody watching saw and went, why'd they do that?
Yeah.
Princess Leia,
Yeah. The chase scene.
Princess Leia's abduction thing, yeah. Why are Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru so mad for no reason at Obi-Wan? Like, I get that they like it's. What do we have against each other?
I
This feels
mean,
manufactured.
Probably a little bit of, the Jedi
Yeah.
have never really brought good stuff into their life in any real way. It's always been trouble every time the Jedi show up for them on Tatooine.
Yeah.
It's always a problem. They stole away this little boy in the first place, and then he comes back and just causes them trouble.
Yeah.
Like, it's... I can understand that. I love that they're just like shooters, and they're just like, bing, bang, pow. Get the shotguns, Baru. Let's get them.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. They're not bad characters overall.
No.
I just think that the
And Joel Edgerton is back, which is great.
love Joel
Yeah.
Edgerton so
The fact
much.
that he would come back and do this
Yeah.
is very cool.
Yeah. Is the I think they brought back the original actress for Baru as well.
Yeah, after
not the original, but,
her
you know.
post cult.
Was the actress was in a cult?
I believe she got drawn into a sex cult.
Crazy. Well,
I think it's her.
glad she's doing better.
I will fact check that
Glad there's a
before
post-
I publish it on the internet.
Please do. I think because it's so, I just, and I hate saying it because I love Obi-Wan as a character. I love the way Ewan McGregor does it. I love Ewan McGregor, period. I just think it's overall just way more forgettable. You know,
I think all the pieces are good and most of them don't quite mesh together.
Oh, you know what else I remember?
Huh.
Grand Inquisitor, silly, doughy.
Big egghead.
Yes.
Rupert
If
Friend.
you can't find a guy that looks like the dude in the animated series, pick a different character.
And
There's
then
so many
they, like,
Inquisitors.
They made an excuse of like, well, they don't all look like that, and maybe we haven't seen them in live action. It's like we have seen them in live action.
Yeah.
We saw them in live action first.
Yeah.
In the frickin' Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And he was even more pinheaded and crazy than he looked in the
Yeah.
cartoon.
I didn't need more of it.
Yeah.
I needed a little bit less of it, actually.
Rupert
Yeah.
Friend is a really good as the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah.
His head is an egg. That's
His
what
head
I
is
say
an
about
egg.
that.
He's just kind of rotund, whereas the Grand Inquisitor in animated in Clone Wars,
Slimmy baby.
sharp, you know?
Yeah.
The whole thing.
I put it below Mando.
I think it deserves to be below below Tails as well. Both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Put it there.
Above Solo.
Oh, put it
That's
below
tough.
Solo too, actually, also, yeah. I have never wanted to go back and watch Kenobi. I do sometimes want to go back and watch Solo, though.
We need to watch the Patterson cut. I would be
Yes.
really interested to see what he did with it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's watch it together.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, similar thing. There's
feel
moments
like-
that I can remember.
Do I
But
put it above or
most of
below
it is just so
Obi-Wan? Is
forgettable.
kind of my only question.
I would maybe put it above Obi-Wan. I think it did more for bringing Rebels into the live action stuff, and I like that. But it became kind of a Rebels spin-off in a lot of cases.
I feel like I want to put it below Kenobi.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
I think the highs of Kenobi are higher than the highs of Ahsoka. And the lows of Ahsoka are more abysmal and disappointing to me than Kenobi. Like the worst stuff in Kenobi is just weird stuff like the chase, slightly strange pacing,
Yeah.
Reva's story not quite totally working.
Yeah.
Again,
definitely not.
I don't think that she deserves any of the hate that she really got, but it's just the story didn't quite matter in the end, which is the frustrating part. But the stuff in Ahsoka that doesn't work is just like really frustrating and annoying. Like the fights are bad. The pacing is bad. The dialogue is bad.
Yeah. The getting stabbed through the chest
And surviving
with a lightsaber and surviving bad.
is bad.
That is bad. But that's the only here's the thing for me is that's the only thing that took me out of it was just why did they do that? Mm-hmm. Which that was a big thing. that took a lot, and I think the hate that got was warranted. I don't think I felt less immersed in any of these things than I was in Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Really?
I thought that was the least immersive Star Wars project out there, front to back. Now, there are parts of Mando that make me feel that same way,
Yeah.
but Mando as a whole does not make me feel that same way.
All right.
Yeah,
And I
this is easy.
this is easy, but also I'm gonna make a mildly hot take.
Okay.
I think Andor is the best Star Wars, period. I think it's better than Empire Strikes Back. I think this is the best storytelling, cinematography, performances. Like if we're talking about the Cinema Lounge category, script score, cinematography, performances, directing, where it applies, and visual effects. Every single one of those things, this is the best it's ever been within the Star Wars universe.
As you know what, I can agree with those metrics on paper. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if just overall, and it's like, can you even judge things overall? Because
Yes.
if you're, I don't know if you can though, because like
I can.
if I'm,
I just did.
Well, I'm glad you can. If I'm somebody who loves wizard stuff, Star Wars wizard stuff specifically, then Andor is gonna not hold a lot for me.
Yeah.
If I'm somebody who loves the seedy underbelly and espionage stuff of Star Wars, which I mean, let's be honest, pretty new. It's a pretty new, newly explored side of Star. Can we agree on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
You could argue the prequels were doing that, even though they're still like a grand operatic tragedy.
Yeah, that's
Like,
kind of what I mean. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like that was the priority back then. There's a lot more of the spy stuff. I'm that's my all-encompassing term.
Yeah.
A lot more of the spy stuff now with Andor.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like that better, then Andor for sure will take it. And if you're like nobody's just going off of those things, it's objectively really high quality. I think it deserves to be at least on par. I think that anybody could probably take those two and switch them and very easily and reasonably justify their choice. So,
Yeah.
so I respect you putting it up there. I don't know if I would put it at the very tippy top, but I would have it up there too. It is just, yeah, you made all good points. I agree with it all. Yeah, it's just it's missing some of the grandiosity that, I don't know if that's a word, but I've decided it is, that some of the original Lucas written stuff had.
I mean, kind of, but only because it's not laser swords. Like you still,
Yep.
This is still that to me, because you get so much of how every small act of resistance piles up and up and up and becomes a larger thing.
Yeah.
And all of the small things that happen in this show slowly turn into this massive world-changing thing.
Yeah.
And if anybody did anything differently from how they did it, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
And it never feels contrived. It always, everything that happens in the show feels earned.
Yeah.
Everybody feels like a real character more than anything in any other Star Wars media. It never feels out of step with other Star Wars. That's the thing too, is like we could very easily just make this a thing that is Jason Bourne Star Wars.
Yeah.
But it isn't. It's very firmly still within Star Wars and doesn't treat it like it's like in your rules of adaptation. It doesn't treat it like it's better than the source material.
Totally.
Tony Gilroy never looks down on Star Wars as he's doing this. He just looks at Star Wars as the lens through which he is telling this story about resistance and hope and fascism. And it is just some of the, not just the best Star Wars I've ever seen. I think that in a few years, Andor will be seen as one of, if not the best TV show ever made about the kind of topics that it tackles.
Yeah.
It's that good.
Yeah.
It's like every time I start thinking about Andor, the more I think about it, the more I am blown away by it because it is just unbelievably good.
Yeah.
I can't comprehend how well done it is.
Totally.
Like there's a really, really good video essay. It's more of a documentary almost that a guy made a few months ago at this point. It's like 2 hours long. It's called The 1,000 Faces of Cassian Andor. And it is basically a long documentary about fascism and resistance to it and using Andor as the lens to by which he's looking at that topic because it examines it so well.
Yeah.
And I think nobody better than the character of Cyril, who is just the perfect picture of how things like this are able to happen, because you will get so stuck in the world that you're in. Say, like, I am just trying to do my best. I'm just doing the thing that I've always learned I'm supposed to do. And he latches himself onto this one guy as his entire purpose. And doesn't realize until he's actually on the ground that none of this is actually what he thinks it is. That by the time he realizes that, like, what the machine is,
and then he's just
boot
as much
has
of a
already
victim
stepped
as
on him.
anybody else.
It doesn't care about him. He thinks that it cares about him. This thing that he loves so much, that he thinks he loves so much, it could not care less about his existence.
Yeah, it's costing him just as much as it is the rest of the galaxy.
And then in that final moment, man, of just like he finally has this guy here and he's going to accomplish his purpose and at least this will be satisfying.
Yeah.
Cassian doesn't even know who he is.
Yeah.
And then he's killed unceremoniously.
Yeah.
Like it is some of the most incredible poetic storytelling I have ever seen on screen.
Yeah.
And it is insane to me
Yeah.
that it is in a Star Wars show.
And that's exactly why it's so hard to place in this list too.
Yeah.
Is because it would all here's where it would probably be worse if it was more Star Wars. You know what
What
I'm
do you
saying?
mean?
Like if it got more, if you put in the wizard stuff,
Sure.
it might feel worse. I think it would. I think it would diminish it. Like if you make it,
If it's full on wizard, then sure, because those people are the quote unquote main characters.
wizard, Andy.
But what the show is about is not the heroes of the rebellion. It's
Yeah.
about the regular people and the struggles that they're going through and what actually it looks like in this universe and in this world
Yeah.
and in our world for a regular person. Like for someone like me, who is not someone at the peak of an anti-government movement, or someone who is not Cyril, not Cyril, somebody who's not freaking
Luthien.
no, like Darth Vader, you know,
Oh,
I'm
I
not
hear you.
like
Yeah.
the head of this side of like, these are not the major protagonist hero characters.
Yeah.
What does it look like for me, a regular guy, under a fascist regime
Yeah.
that is slowly eroding away rights and things about and freedoms on a like daily basis?
Yeah.
Just taking those things away. What does that look like?
Right.
And that's what this show is about.
Yeah.
And the wizards wouldn't be there. They are acknowledged, and we know they're in this universe. And there is even that moment in season 2 with that force sensitive healer woman
Yeah.
that is so interesting. And you could just write an entire book about just that interaction,
Yeah.
because you then get this like indication that like Cassian thinks that he is just a guy,
Yeah.
and all these people are just people. But there's something important about him, and he's going to do something extremely important.
Yeah.
And you get that hint of this larger universe that he himself doesn't believe in.
Yeah.
And then through that starts to kind of have to get on board. And then you get the finale essentially with Rogue One, where he has to kind of leave that cynicism behind a little bit and say, okay, we have to go all in.
Yeah.
And that you do get the wizards showing up in that. You know, you get Darth Vader showing up. You get the larger rebellion.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, I don't think, diminish it, but it does.
all, yeah.
No, but it does show this is the impact that this is having,
Yeah.
and it's just killer.
Yeah. I think more of what I mean is that if you've heard all the accusations that like, oh, Disney never should have had Star Wars. They can't do anything right with it. This is proof that that's not the case. They
Yeah.
can do something right.
There's so much stuff that they've done great.
But it's like they have to, yes, but they have to let the actual creatives take the helm and do and execute on the vision that they have and give like them creative control, because that's how you get things like this that are like artistic, that are creative, rather than things that just look like I could very well see some executive somewhere going, oh, there's not enough stuff for the kids.
yeah.
Throw some lightsabers in there.
Where's
We
my
need-
Andor Lego sets?
right? Yeah, and ruining it that way.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that didn't happen. And this shows that there's still potential in this. Like it's just silly reductive to say that Disney has ruined it and to say that Disney can't do it correctly. They can. It just needs teams like this to make it what it is.
Yeah.
So go watch Andor, everybody.
I'll put it here to make you feel better about yourself.
Make me.
Yep.
Yeah. Just do a couple quick switches with him. Yeah.
All right, everybody, that's the show. I'm running late. I gotta get out of here.
Say bye to Marshall.
Thanks everybody for being here. This is the comic book show, sort of. Not today, I guess. Next time we're gonna be talking about something else. Here's a look at that.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Tell us what you think. I know some of you agree with us. I definitely know some of you disagree with us. Tell us about it in the comics. All right,
Tell us about it in the comics.
Tell us about
See
it
in the funny papers.
In the comments. See you in the funny papers is crazy. That should be our new sign off. Let us know what you think. Follow us on all of our social medias. If you like this content and want to see more of it, please subscribe and like and do all the YouTube things. We're really wanting to make more fun videos like this and do all the creative things that y'all want to see. And so let us know what we can do more of. And that's about it. Keep reading comics. Love you.
Good luck.